Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I do have an Hermes unboxing, but I do actually have a secret to share at the start of this video. I have some great news on how you can actually get Hermes bags from the website. I know that everyone talks about how they're always sold out when they go to add them to cart, but as a matter of fact there is actually a way to secure those bags. So I'm gonna share you a little secret today at the start of this video before I unbox my Hermes bag that I've got here. But before I dive into today's video, if you are new to my channel and you like all things luxury, if you like handbags, fashion, makeup, beauty, skincare, all that jazz, I do a mixture of content on this channel, and then I do a little bit of commentary and investigative content as well, all about the fashion industry. So if you are new and you aren't subscribed, I would love if you would hit the subscribe button below, and also the bells can be notified when I upload new videos. Try to have a schedule, I try to aim for weekend uploads, but it's like best laid plans just don't always eventuate. It's a bit of Murphy's Law. I'll say that I'm aiming for a weekend upload, but it just doesn't always happen. I'm a mum with 2 kids, so sometimes things get a bit crazy. At the moment, we're kind of in flu cold season, so I've been a bit sick, my kids were sick, so it's been a bit sporadical. Alright, so the first part of this video is that secret that I'm going to share about how you can actually get Hermes bags from the website. So this part of the video is in collaboration with Sheng Shou. They are my little secret weapon when it comes to actually being able to get Hermes bags on the website. So Sheng Shou is actually a bag drop notification service. They will give you a real-time alert when the bags that you want to subscribe to have dropped on the Hermes website, ready for you to add to cart and purchase. Their service is actually global. There are heaps of countries that you can actually subscribe to notifications for. It is pretty much an instant service. Since I've actually signed up to them, I've been able to add so many bags from the Hermes website in Australia, which is really rare because Australia doesn't even get that much stock. But I've been able to add multiple quantities, whereas I could not have ever done that before without having this Sheng Shou service. One of the great things I noticed about the Sheng Shou service is that it actually gives you a history of what has dropped on the website. So you can even see the new products that have come up that you have missed, that you didn't notice before. It's got a history there for you, or anything that you missed out on. Say, you want to know what particular colors have become available. So you can pick which items you want to subscribe to on the Sheng Shou website. Because you're getting all these real-time notifications via email, you actually get to see the pattern of when Hermes is actually putting their stock on the website. So if you're really wanting to get something in particular, you're going to learn exactly when you need to make sure that you're available to quickly click on that Sheng Shou email, click on the link that's in there, add it to your cart straight away, check out and pay, and be done with it. You could easily secure those hot, coveted bags that I, am pretty much following as well. Most people, if they aren't subscribed to Sheng Shou, actually won't even see those bags on the main page. So you've got the Hermes main page, bags and clutches, it says. If you clicked on there, you actually wouldn't even see all the bags that have been uploaded, because they're uploaded first on the back end of their links. And that's exactly where Sheng Shou has that notification set up, that when a link actually has been modified and a new color of that bag has been added, new specs of that bag, they're able to notify you as soon as that has been updated and send you a live alert that it's ready to add to cart before everybody else can even see it on that main page. Now, I do have a special discount code as well, so you can save $5 off when you do subscribe to the Sheng Shou service. If you want to do the 12-month plan, it's $14 a month. Works out to be $168 a year. So that code is Purseonfleek. However, they will actually offer a short free trial if you're wanting to test it first. But I know that in the past 6 years, it has been ridiculous to get items on the Hermes website, and you will no longer have to pay that reseller premium that we all know about when it comes to those particular Hermes bags. So all the details to sign up to Sheng Shou will be in the description bar, including that $5 off coupon code Purseonfleek. It will be down below in the description bar as well. All right, now, as I said, I do have an Hermes bag to reveal. So this is not actually something that I got using the Sheng Shou service. This is actually something that you wouldn't be able to get on the Hermes website, because it is, as a matter of fact, one of the elusive bags. It's a quota bag. So I think most people know that when it comes to the Hermes Birkin, Kelly Constance, those are the bags that you have to get in store. You have to, have a wish list for in order to get the bag. So I have one of those bags in here. So at the moment I have 2 Birkins, 1 normal size Kelly, 2 mini Kellys and 2 Constances. Those are all the quota bags that I have. Some of them I had before and I rehomed for, you know, whatever reasons they may be, but none of them are actually from like directly from the store, because I don't shop in the store here, because in Australia they were kind of, I don't know, like the system here in Australia is a bit ridiculous. It's very hit or miss. There are so many people that I know in Australia that have spent over 50,000 just to try and get like a quota bag, like, you know, a Birkin 25 or a Kelly 25, you know, that kind of thing. Even people that have spent like 100,000, like, it's just absurd. The system here in Australia is ridiculous. Even like when trying to get those other bags like that I was mentioning, like the Pinkerton, Evelyn, Mini Lindy, they can be really hard to get in Australia as well, but they get added on the website without you having to jump through hoops. You just have to be the first one to be able to add it to cart and check out. So I have another bag here that is, again, another pre-loved bag. One thing I absolutely know, having done the Hermes game like over a couple years ago now, and having done that for years, like I was playing their game from like a handful of years, you have to really want to be buying all those items and not be justifying in order for it to kind of feel like, in my opinion, like an actual good experience. And you have to also be okay with being ridiculously patient and waiting. And that is definitely not for everybody. Everybody's personality can vary. There are absolutely people that are buying stuff from Hermes that they really truly want and they would otherwise buy, and they are happy to just wait for if a bag comes, or they're not even fussed if a bag offer ever comes, you know, that kind of thing. Like, and that's okay, but then you have to assess your personality type. You know, if you're not one of those people, you might actually overall not have that pleasant of an experience. And not only that, sometimes they just treat you like crap. I'm actually going to film a reaction video to Lydia Elise Millen, who is selling her entire handbag collection, or at least all her Hermes bags. And she kind of touched on it a little bit, saying, you know, she just justified this kind of like experience that she had with Hermes, you know, and she wasn't always treated pleasantly, but she just justified it, you know, and then she kind of had this wake up call and was like, hang on, this is not okay, you know, this doesn't make me feel good. And that's true. Like, as a matter of fact, like, I had been through those experiences. I definitely shared some of my horrible experiences with Hermes, and I think I was very disillusioned in the very early years of it anyway. And then after I went through all the crap, I definitely had like my red pill moment where I was like, hang on, this is not right. This is all a load of absolute bullshit. But I don't feel like it's fair to bash the entire system when some people are actually genuinely like okay with the system or have a good experience. Like, that's just not fair to say that overall it's crap when to some people it's actually okay. I could not see myself shopping at Hermes for like a good 7 years just justifying getting items to get a bag. Like, I would literally just be justifying at that point, because how many items could you really buy over 7 years, like, that you actually really wanted? You know what I mean? Like, how many like Kelly bracelets could you add? How many fine jewelry could you add? How many bloody cups and saucers and plates and bowls could you add? How many blankets could you add? How many pillows could you add? Like, how many shoes could you really add? I mean, then again, I have a lot of shoes, but even then, they're not an item that's going to get you like those quota bags anyway. Buying shoes only and twillies is not going to get you a quota bag. Maybe once it will, but not always, you know? So you really have to diversify your shopping profile in order to regularly be getting bags at Hermes, especially over like the course of like, you know, many, many, many years. Like, obviously there'll be cases of people that fluke it, that will just buy some shoes, twillies, and maybe a Calvi, and they will get an actual Birkin or Kelly offer. And it also depends on the size too. Like, it definitely is easier to get like a really big bag, like a Kelly 35, you know, even a Constance 24 is easier than a Constance 18, or like a Birkin 35 might be easier. But then again, big bags are really hot at the moment, but still, Birkin 25, Kelly 25, even Kelly 28, even Birkin 30, those are still really hot bags. Colors will come into question, like if it's neutral or a colors that might be less popular, might be a little bit easier to get, a little less spend, you know, you might fluke it. Like I said, so many different variables. Like, the whole Hermes system is so ridiculously overly complicated in my opinion. So it's not a game that I play. Haven't played it for ages now. They actually did reach out to me to ask for my wish list. They had tried to kind of bait me back into playing the game in my country, but I just didn't buy it. I literally just ghosted them. I'm just not interested at all. I have purely stuck to pre-loved, and I'm happy with that. So anyways, I digress. I've completely spoke way too much before even showing you the bag that I've gotten inside. So, new in to me, but pre-loved bag. And I'll leave down below the links to all the favorite places that I like to shop pre-loved. So my bag is already dressed up because, of course, you should always get your bags authenticated if you're buying pre-loved, especially. Don't just leave them in the box and wait to unbox them for a special occasion, whatever it is that you're buying it for. Open them up first, get them authenticated, get all the checks done. I tend to use Real Authentication because I feel like they're very versed in their authentication process. They have like 3 experts that go through the photos that you've submitted to make sure that you're getting, you know, a very clear and transparent opinion from 3 different people. So Real Authentication is who I use. I'll leave their coupon code on the screen. Just a note, you can only use it once per account. So if you want to keep using that code, unfortunately, you do need to keep creating a new email address, like a new account, that kind of thing. All right, now let me show you this bag, all dressed up kind of somewhat already because I'm just loving dressing up my bags. I got a pre-loved Kelly 25 in just the most classic of classic colors, black. I actually haven't owned a black Kelly since my very first Hermes Kelly that I bought vintage, which was in Ardennes leather, Kelly 32. Anyways, yeah, so it's been a long time since I've had a black Kelly. A long time since I ever had a black Birkin. I did have a black Birkin a while ago, a long time ago too. And I just wanted to get like a black Hermes bag back in my collection that was a Birkin or Kelly, because I do have my Constance back there, the Constance 18. I had the Mini Lindy before in black, but I feel like the Mini Lindy just needs something a bit lighter in tone, something that's more of like a light neutral or a nice pastel color. That's how I kind of feel about the Mini Lindy. The black Mini Lindy was just a bit too safe, you know what I mean? Like, and the bag is so cute and fun. So that was rehomed a little while ago. To some extent, I somewhat regret it, but then again, at the same time, I also remind myself, you know, that Chanel, sometimes all you can get is black bags, and I have black Chanel bags anyway, so get over it. If you are curious on like bag charms as well, that are like this, you know, like impression-based bag charms without branding and stamping on it, I will leave some linked down below anyway. And then I've got my cross here as well, like my cross necklace. I haven't put a twilly on because I feel like that's way too overkill, that kind of thing, like with the twilly and everything like that. But I'm loving like just dressing up the bag in different ways. I've been doing that with most of my bags. Have it like it is, that's totally fine, you know. But then if you want to dress it up to how your mood's going at the time, well then that's also totally fine too. And I just like how it just changes the vibe of it, and it just makes it more casual and less serious, you know. They're just bags at the end of the day. Like, they're just bags. I know that it seems like an oxymoron when you're like, it's just bags, but yet you own so many and they're all luxury bags. Like, it does seem like a bit of an oxymoron in itself. But what I mean is that, like, you can love fashion, you can love the designs of bags and their craftsmanship, like the shape, the silhouettes, all that sort of stuff you can appreciate. Leathers, colors, all of that is a perfectly normal thing to appreciate as a handbag lover. Totally normal, and that's definitely why I love my handbags, is for all those above reasons. At the end of the day, they're just bags to use, enjoy, and have fun with, to whatever way you like to have fun with them. That's it. I think that's it. Let me see if I've got one of my inserts in here. Did I put one in here? No, I didn't. No, I didn't put an insert in here. But I will leave link down below some inserts for the Hermes Birkin and the Hermes Kelly. Ones that aren't going to leave like impressions on your bag or anything like that on the leather, because they're like a soft kind of insert. That's one of the things you really never ever should put a felt insert in these bags, like ever. It is so bad. But yes, I will leave down below some of those inserts that are great for organizing your bag and also protecting the inside of your bag, because Hermes does not spar the inside of the bag. It's such a pain. I even know that the handles as well, that's one of the reasons I tend to use twillies, but I think with a black bag I'll be a little less worried about it. But a lot of my other bags, they all have twillies on the handle for the most part, if they're like a handle carry bag, because I found out that Hermes doesn't spar the handle. They actually will only replace the handle, which is more expensive than just cleaning and sparring it, like doing touch-ups on the glazing and stuff like that. Replacing an entire handle is way more expensive, so it's also a good idea to protect the handles if you can as well. And then I will leave down below their bag charms as well, like some impression bag charms. And then I'll show you as well, the leather is actually Togo on this, but you see how it has some beautiful, gorgeous graining here? See those lines? I love those lines. I love it. I love when Togo has a lot of character like that. Look at all those veins. Gorgeous. So, so, so gorgeous. Some people don't like that about Togo, that you sometimes get bags that have like obvious veining. This is not too obvious, but the only problem with Togo is that it is actually more heavier. Clemence is even heavier than Togo, actually, in terms of like the current leathers that they have. There are some other leathers that are even heavier, but they just don't produce them anymore. But if you're wanting to actually even know like full details about all this stuff, I do have an Hermes leather guide video as well, and then I have a video about scratch resistant leathers. Like, I have so many Hermes videos that will give you like deep dive information about like the craftsmanship of the bags. I will link maybe a playlist down below if you're curious. I did a lot of that stuff on my channel a long time ago. Now I don't really, because I feel like I've pretty much covered everything. So if you're looking for a Kelly 25 review video versus the Celia, I will leave that link down below as well. But that's it. That's all. Everything is going to be linked down below in the description bar. All the places that I love to shop pre-loved, or places that I think that you can get some great deals, are all going to be down below in the description bar, as well as that Sheng Shou bag alert drop service, which is a total game changer if you are looking for like mini Lindy 26, which is my favorite Lindy bag. I've got a couple back there, I love it. Pinkerton 18, Evelyn 16, all those super duper hot bags. Definitely let me know if you do and what you score. I'm so keen, because I always see those comments on Facebook where people are saying that it's a lie, those bags aren't really there, but it's not the case. Those bags are actually there. Whereas people are just able to buy them before they go live on the main page when they are subscribed to like a bag drop notification service like Sheng Shou. So yes, open up the description bar, everything will be there, and let me know your thoughts on my new in Kelly 25 in black, in Togo, Raton style, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.